Today we're going to be looking at a few games I had against the popular Twitch streamer Nemsco or Nemo, one of the two. It's going to be SmackinSweaties episode 2. She's a WGM, as we call her, a GM. Not the same, never will be. But I'm on a 6-game win streak against her. We're going to look at 2 opening traps she fell into and then one Owens game in Blitz. Actually, the last game I think I had against her. And it's funny because I don't really know anything about her, but my student texted me. They were like, yo, you just made Nemo rage quit her stream. Like, she's playing a different game. And I thought that was pretty funny. It happens. I rage when I lose too. But I don't think she's a sweaty, but she's a WGM, so funny enough. But anyway, we're going to look at the opening traps first. These are just very short. Oh, and at the end of the video, we're going to look over a game where a Grandmaster resigned in a winning position. I was going to do a whole video on it, but I'm actually just going to do one at the end of each video. I think I like that idea better. But we get a King's Gambit, of course, a tempo gain. Do not go Queen E6. That blocks in your light squared bishop. Yes, it induces a check, as she didn't fall for yet. Bishop to B5. Takes the pawn with check. Oh no, you move your king to F2. They can gain a move of development with a tempo, except not really, because after D4, she resigned. In lieu of bishop back, rook E1, and you win the queen. So, a 7-8 move win. And then the funniest thing is it happened again. So, the same exact position happened again, except she took on F4 first and then lost the queen like this. This game she didn't resign, but ended up losing, just like that game, and 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 that game. But we're going to look at the Blitz game. So this one was, I was actually happy with this. I just reviewed this game. It's been a while, and I was like, damn, that was a pretty good Owens. So the Owens, I made a video on it. Point is, you apply pressure onto E4 by removing the defender. That is this queenside knight on C3. You get the bishops out. She gets the bishops out. Okay, and F3, kind of like a same-ish. So when I see the move F3, you can sometimes assume that they want to go queen D2, castle queenside, and then pawn storm you, kind of like in a King's Indian. F3 is a pretty good move. It shuts down the diagonal of the light squared bishop, but I don't really care about having a bad bishop, so I strike in the center with D5. We get pawn to E5. Oh, and if takes, if you remember, you can even take with the queen if you would like, because that is a pin. Though I'm not sure. That also looks pretty good. Bishop back to D2. Who knows? So knight back to D7. Double up the pawn structure. She has the bishop pair, but I have a kind of a French pawn structure and a good pawn structure. C4, blowing open the center of the board. We get that square of pawns that always seems too difficult to calculate. Luckily here, though, I found a cool idea taking on D4. Knight C6, gaining a tempo on the dark squared bishop. So now there's just this bad pawn left on E5. C3 was a cool idea to undouble the pawns and fight for a better pawn structure, but do you see why this fails tactically? Pause the video, figure it out, or don't. Knight takes bishop, pawn takes queen H4 check. Unlike the French, there is no discovered check. Sometimes you put a bishop on D7 to get rid of the discovered check. Here we have a knight there. So I take the pawn on D4 and I quickly go up 2 pawns. Now it's just, how are you going to convert? I choose to take the pawn on C4 and give a check. I'm up material. This forces a queen trade, but trade on your own terms. There's no reason to take that queen and allow her pieces to get activated. So king up. Why not? I don't need a castle. It's going to be an endgame. Again, this queen is pinned to the king. She doubles up. Is she threatening queen takes D7? No, that is a pin. So you double up on the C file, applying pressure. Okay, now some pressure on D7 was applied, so I trade off and improve my knight. But see, now her rook is awkward rather than her knight having been improved. So, just a little detail. Okay, I pick up my 3rd pawn. It is now a 3-pawn advantage. We look for trades, and we get some trades. We get a trade of rooks. We get another trade of rooks. I try to trade bishops, because why not? She accepts. My king is fast enough. Luckily, my knight blocks off D4, so it's not even annoying. And then after king C5, she resigned because that is a 3-pawn advantage. So, a cool, quick game that I was happy with. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed that. But now, to the puzzle. Okay, this puzzle is ridiculous. So, it is black to move here. Black plays queen takes H2. Looks like a mouse slip. except it was played over the board. And the grandmaster resigned. Why? Let's talk about it. So, okay, the only move is king takes queen. Why did he resign? He resigned because of rook cg8. And now, how do you stop ladder mate? Seems pretty impossible. You might say, okay, well, I'm about to get ladder mated, so it looks like literally the only move is queen h3, even though literally it is not the only move. Here we would get bishop takes queen, and black is just crushing, because if you take, it's mate. If you don't take, you're still going to get mated. So that doesn't work. Okay, so how do we do this? Well, think of another move to last just one move longer. Then maybe e6 comes to mind. Okay, suspicious. But if rook h5 now, we would get queen h3. And you see, now we would be winning because we're just up a rook. And they have no mating threats. So they can't go rook h5. They have to go bishop takes e6. Now, try to find the move here. How do you stop mate? If you said rook takes c5, you are a genius. Pawn takes, rook takes, and you see it x-rays to h5, so there is no checkmate. There's also no checks down here. They might go back looking for a checkmate, but rook to h5, black can resign. We are up a queen, and we will win the game. Not to mention their king is trapped on h8. So this is a cool puzzle. I'm going to do one of these a day. Thank you guys for watching. Have a great day.